Hello guys, Solitaire Game here, back for a game of Killer Queen. Killer Queen is a game about 13 players who are trapped in an abandoned building and they have a collar-like device around their neck, and it's going to set off like a bomb if they don't accomplish their objective. And each player doesn't know the other player's objective. So let's get started. It's kind of like a death game. This was a familiar scene, her face, her voice, all of it. It was the same discussion they both had every year. This was one of my many conversations that they had with each other on the way home from school. Anything's fine, I don't care. I want a date! Her tone made clear that she didn't like that answer. Okay, is she tsundere? I can live with that as long as you understand me, that's all that matters. Oh, he really loves her. Soichi's nonchalant answer made her blush. Yup, they always say baka. Tsunderes always say baka. Despite her retort, she didn't look unhappy or irritated by his response. Her tone then softened. It doesn't matter to me. Why? She paused for a moment before continuing. Oh, we already have a girlfriend? Alright. Soichi gave me a reassuring nod and showed that he understood. Well, as far as what I want for my birthday, something to eat would be nice. Something exotic that I haven't tried before. She obviously wasn't satisfied with the answer, but said she'll be eating with me. I have everything I ever wanted. A smile came across her face as she gave him a nod. Well, this is a surprise. He's already hooked up with the girl. But soon Soichi would come to regret this birthday wish. Oh no. Wish that I had taken her advice and asked for a keepsake of sorts. This does not sound good. Sounds good. She turned to go, but stopped in her tracks and looked back at Soichi with a bright smile. Soichi looked back at her too and nodded. That smile was truly radiant. Yeah, later. She waved goodbye one last time before walking away. As Soichi headed home, he could still visualize her beautiful smile. He would never have dreamed that he might never see or speak to her again, with daydreams of the following day occupying his mind. Did she die in a car accident? Didn't even register the ambulance racing past a little while later. Even though he knew halfway through that he was dreaming, didn't mean that the whole thing wasn't heart-wrenching to him. Soichi wiped away some tears forming in the corner of his eyes. Throb. In that instant, pain shot through his head that took his mind off the dream and all the emotions associated with it. Yup, can't have a girlfriend right away. The throbbing that now plagued his skull clearly was natural. It immediately brought him to his senses. He slowly opened his eyes to find he was gazing at an unfamiliar ceiling. A stiff sensation was nagging at his back, so he knew he wasn't in his comfortable bed at home. Where is he? He's like in a jail cell. What's going on? A jail, like a solitary confinement? Startled, Soichi ignored the ache in his back and the unfamiliar ceiling for a second and sat up. A quick survey of the room instantly confirmed his suspicions. He had never been in this room before. More specifically, it was a Western-style room with a bed against the wall, complete with a small wooden desk. Soichi had been laying on its floor. Everything was covered in a thick layer of dust, making it clear that the room has been occupied in a while. Seeing that, Soichi prepared to brush the dust off when throb. Another headache assaulted him. It wasn't bad as the first one, but it was strong enough to make Soichi grit his teeth and shake his head a few times. Though he had no idea of knowing this, his headaches were caused by a drug he was forced to take that knocked him unconscious. Is he sick? He'd been brought to this room a while under its effects. Where am I? Soichi strained to recall his memories prior to waking up here. What's the last thing I can remember? He was by himself on his way home after school ended, making his way to the nearby train station. He boarded the train and got off as usual stop, then started walking home. He walked, and that was it. He couldn't recall anything afterwards. He didn't remember feeling anything off at that time, or anyone else presence either. His memories were fuzzy around that point. The next thing he could remember was waking in this room. I don't get it. What the hell happened? Soichi frankly patted himself down. He wasn't injured, nothing seemed amiss. His clothes were the same, and he even had his wallet along with his cell phone. It seemed that at the very least he could at least rule out the possibility he'd been mugged. Since he could remember what he'd been wearing, he clearly didn't have amnesia either. So that means someone must have brought me here against my will. Then I've been kidnapped, but why would anyone want to kidnap me of all people? Granted, if this was in fact a legit kidnapping, something was still off. He wasn't bound or gagged like a normal kidnapper would do to him. Oh wait, I still got my cell phone. Soichi hastily dug it out of his jacket pocket and turned it on. But his hopes were immediately dashed when the screen showed he had no reception. Yup, so making any calls wasn't happening anytime soon. Soichi reluctantly shoved the cell phone back into his pocket in defeat. The whole thing is completely screwed up. What's going on, seriously? Oh, so this is like in a third person. Like, we're not, it's usually like, when we play visual novels, it's usually like I. But this time it's like he. He kept clicking his tongue as he stood up. He straightened his aching back and went to loosen his school uniform's stifling necktie, which felt tighter than usual. Clank. His fingernails made contact with something hard. What's this? Soichi grabbed at his neck. There was a metallic ring wrapped around it. Is this a collar? What's this doing here? He tried taking it off, but the thing wouldn't budge an inch. It was so tight that it felt like it was actually glued to his neck. He couldn't even get a finger underneath the collar lining. It must have been put on when it was still out cold. Since he couldn't see it, he could only visualize its exterior by feeling it around. He deduced it was a tube-like structure with a smooth surface that was slightly less than 2 centimeters thick in diameter. It seemed like it had been made specifically to fit around a person's neck. One thing that was certain was that it was definitely made of some sort of metal. Judging from the resistance he felt when he tried to pull it off, how hard it was, and the lack of any gaps, the collar wasn't coming off anytime soon. He guessed this thing staying put for a while. Soichi took his hand off the collar and continued examining the room. Instead of wasting time on something fruitless, he figured he would focus on trying to understand its plight instead. And so he mulled over the room until he was satisfied that he'd been taken in everything it had to offer. He hadn't really noticed it either, but judging from the shining light above him, there was running electricity here. This wasn't a completely abandoned building. The bed drew his attention right away. At first he thought whoever did this could have at least put me there instead of on the floor, but then he noticed the mattress was full of holes with springs protruding through them. Ouch. Next to the bed was a table with something thin and square on it. The object was completely white, but it stood out like a sore thumb in this dull gray room. What's this? Soichi walked over to the table and picked it up. The square object appeared to be some kind of portable electronic device. It had a 15 by 10 centimeter LCD screen that was surrounded by a metallic white frame. There's a switch of sorts located on the lower section of the device. The undersides and sides of the device were abnormal with various ports, but overall the device was fairly simplistic. Soichi glanced at the device dim LCD display and made out a faint image, the ace of spades. After a quick look over, Soichi casually pressed the switch. When he did, the backlights turned on and the screen changed. Rules, function, release conditions. Those 3 tabs appear at the top of the screen, so it is like a game. The screen was easy on the eyes thanks to the device backlights. Rules, what's up with that? Now that I think about it, this thing looks like some off-brand held-handed gaming console. Soichi continued to stare at it. After thinking for a while, Soichi touched the screen with his finger. He remembered a portable game console his friend had shown him a while back that was operated with a touchscreen interface. The light of Tron chirp echoed and the rules icon he had touched changed color. The screen immediately shifted to something else, unleashing a wall of text. So it really is a touch screen device. Plot, clang, clang. A sound from outside disturbed the room's silence. It was so subtle that Soichi probably wouldn't have noticed if he hadn't been as tense as he was. He thrust the portable game console into his shirt pocket and carefully walked towards the source of the sound. The door right in front of him. Someone was there. Now that he thought about it, he hadn't gone to this place by himself, so logically someone else had to be here. He just hadn't thought of it before because everything seemed so surreal. He wouldn't have been brought here for no reason after all. He consciously tiptoed towards the door as slowly as he could. After all, the one who brought him here could be lurking right behind it. Clatter. This confirms that someone was definitely there, and most likely right on the other side of the door. It was so close that he could almost feel their presence, even on the side. Clack. Soichi grasped the doorknob at the moment he heard a sound. Has this person realized I'm here? Despite that fear, Suichi swung open the door with all his might. The instant Suichi saw what lay on the other side, he thought he understood everything about his current situation, because the one standing there was someone who couldn't possibly be here. This is a dream. I'm still dreaming. When this revelation hit him, anxiety gradually fading. He regained his cool. It was the same dream as always. Just then, he felt his chest tighten as this familiar sight hit him. The girl's eyes widened in surprise. No, not surprise, it's fear. And regaining his composure, Suichi examined the girl's face and came to this conclusion. Hey. Suichi reached out to her the same way he always did. When he did, the girl's body jolted and she took an awkward step back. As Suichi glanced at his hand that was now left hanging in midair, he opened and closed it a few times. Something's wrong. This isn't like her. He began to realize something was off. This dream was not like the others. No. When the frightened girl said this, Suichi realized this wasn't a dream. It was a cold, hard reality. Also, this girl wasn't the person he knew, but rather someone else entirely altogether. This girl had to be surprised when the door in front of her suddenly opened, and she'd been even more stunned to see a boy around her age on the other side of it. Is he a kidnapper? As soon as this thought crossed her mind, her whole body began to cower and couldn't stop trembling. Hey. So when this boy reached his hand out to her, she instinctively took a step back. Thank God I can still move at least. The girl hugged herself to quell her trembling, as if she's trying to keep herself together. She managed to squeeze out the question out, steeling herself in the process. He's the criminal, he's a kidnapper. Her mind was consumed with fear. Her assumptions were only natural. She had seen no one else in this desolate place. He had to be the person who brought her here. No, you got it all wrong. But immediately protested by waving his hand in front of his face. Never did anything like that. What about you? Aren't you the culprit's accomplice? The instant she heard those words, a stream streamed from her legs. He's not the culprit. She couldn't be sure that he was telling the truth, but it was too comforting not to believe. So the girl's knees buckled on the spot. Suichi frankly ran over to the girl just as she fell to her knees. Hey! Her shoulders were shaking like crazy. Are you okay? For a second, he suspected she was one of the culprits, but the way she reacted quickly dispelled any such notions. She's just scared like I am. That's all there is. That's all there is to it. As her body quivered, the girl attempted to stand up, but her trembling body wasn't cooperating with her legs. It was only a matter of time before she lost her balance and fell down again. It's okay, just take it easy. As Suichi had anticipated, the girl lost her balance. This time, it was there to catch her. Her body was small and slender, just like the girl in his dreams. But now it fully hit Suichi that she was definitely a different person. The girl tried to push Suichi to no avail. She was weak and too overcome with fear. Putting that all into consideration, it was only natural that she couldn't put up much resistance. Sorry. Suichi could guess how she felt. She'd waken up in some unknown place and had just met some strange boy she didn't know. That alone was make anyone scared, but to make things worse, she encountered someone much stronger than she was, unlike Suichi. The tears she had felt had to be much greater than his. Okay, listen, I'm gonna let go of you, but before I do, take a deep breath. I'm not gonna do anything to you, you hear? He could feel her hand trembling through his own. It was quite clear that she truly had no clue about the situation. Suichi figured she was in the same boat as him. Her high anxiety resulted in her breathing sounding raspy. Easy now, take it slow. Her breathing gradually became more relaxed. Woo. Are you okay? Can I let go? Having finally calmed down a bit, the girl blushed a little as she noticed how close her face was to Suichi. Once she finished talking, Suichi nodded and carefully let her go. The girl bowed her head in apology. No. She looked up at Suichi nervously as she asked this question once more. No, it wasn't me. Same with you, right? The girl blinked at Suichi in confusion. What I was saying is you're not the one who brought me here, right? Surprised, the girl frankly shook her head. She apparently never considered that she might have come off that way to him. Oh, come on. I mean, girls can't kidnap, but guys can kidnap. I see. And this is where I'll be stopping off for today. Thank you for watching this part of Killer Queen. Have a great day and night wherever you are, and please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and please comment if you found anything interesting in the video.